Today we have this a 28 transistor power amp. This amp can operate from dual 40 volts up to dual 135 volts. So in order for us to properly check the power output of this amp, we need a dual 135 volts power supply. So this is the power supply that I was planning on using. This is set to 135 volts, and I connected this to in series to get a dual 135 voltage. Unfortunately, this one here, when this arrived, this is bent. This might have suffered some damage before it arrived to me. So I need to fix this one before we can use this. But in the meantime, you can just use this dual 65 volts power supply, this one. So we're just going to test what this amp can do using low voltage power supply. Once I fix this one, we're going to use this to check for the maximum power output of this amp. So first, let's check the voltage output of our power supply. Okay, that's about 65 volts. Oh my god, skip blocking the camera. Ayan, at 65 volts. And that is 130 volts from the positive to the negative drain. As usual, this is our ultra low noise 1 kHz oscillator. And we have our unity meter here. This is measuring the DC output offset of the amplifier. So as you can see, it's about 32 millivolt. And we have our scope here and our THD meter. Okay, so and we're currently using the 8 ohms dummy load. Okay, so let's see the power output of the amp. 8 ohms using a lower supply voltage, dual 65 volts power supply. So as you can see, it's keeping at around 125 volts. And the meter is at 1% range. So let's check let's reduce it to, okay, so that's about 1% THD, and our output is 124 volts peak to peak. Okay, so let's compute the power at this voltage output of the amp. Okay, so that is 124 divided by 2.828 volts squared divided by 8. So using a lower supply voltage, the amp can only do 240 watts RMS with an 8 ohm load, with an 8 ohms load. Okay, now let's do 4 ohms. I'll be back after I swap this one to 4 ohms. Okay, so this is 4 ohms dummy load. So this is 4 ohms load. Let's check the output of the amp at 4 ohms. So it's almost the same, 124 volts. Let's adjust the output of the amp to around 1%. Okay, so that is approximately the needle keeps moving. Very difficult to adjust this with one hand. Okay, so I'll post this one. Okay, so that's about 1% HD. And the output is identical, 124 volts peak to peak. So let's compute the output of the amp at 4 ohms load. 124 by 2.828 squared divide 4. Okay, so that is the output of the amp at 4 ohms load. 480 watts RMS, 1% HD. So once I've fixed the 135 volts power supply, we're gonna use that to test this amp so you can really see what this amp can do. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.